Hello students, how you all doing well? You are studying well or simply wasting the time? Don't drag on the time, okay? Study well. The time is very precious. You should not waste the time. Each and every single minute is very important. Taking advantage of this corona, you don't misuse the time. You don't enjoy by watching TV or playing video games or else by spending time in watching movies, okay? You only concentrate on studies. Utilize the time in a proper way so that it will be a benefit for you, okay? This opportunity in your life you will never get, because whatever the God has given to us, we should think in a positive way, okay? You study well and don't waste the time, okay? Now we will start with a new topic, one of the most important topic, that is Mansabdari system. Have you all studied previously about Mansabdari system? Maybe in your school level you might have studied about Mansabdari system. So this is a topic for BA second year students of third sem, and there is a important question expected from this particular topic, okay? This is relating to Mughal era. So this is a topic from the chapter Mughal Empire, okay? So you watch the video, all the slides, so that you will understand all the points, okay? So whichever you feel is important, also you note down. Within few days you are going to write the exams, okay? So Mansabdari system, it is a essay type question. Sometimes it will be asked for short notes also. Whatever it might be, it's better if you prepare for essay type, you can precise it for short notes if it comes for short notes, okay? So Akbar was a great Mughal administrator. Even though the Mughal administration was established by Babur, but his span of life as a ruler was very short period. After that many rulers came. Then after that Akbar has come to the throne. He was a great administrator. Nearly half century he has run the administration. He has introduced many reforms in administration. From among that, Mansabdari system was most important. So in military system of administration, Akbar has introduced Mansabdari system. Like we have administratives in administration: central administration, provincial administration, judicial administration, military administration. So in military administration, Akbar has introduced Mansabdari system. He had abolished Jagirdari system and has introduced Mansabdari system, wherein the peasants will have direct contact with the state. In Jagirdari system, there was an indirect contact with the state. So it was a unique system started by Akbar. The term Mansabdar refers to an individual who holds mansab, a position or rank in the official hierarchy. So a mansabdari system was introduced by Akbar in 1575 AD. His reign starts from 1556 to 1605. So in the middle of his reign as an administrator, he has introduced mansabdari system in 1575. So mansabdar means rank or grade. According to his position, according to his position in the work, he will be giving rank. So mansabdar means rank or grade. This rank is divided into two categories, Jat and Sawar. It was a unique system started by Akbar. The term mansabdar refers to an individual who holds mansab, position or rank in official hierarchy. All those who joined in Mughal services were mansabs. So all those who joined in Mughal services were treated as mansabs. This was a grading system used by Mughals to fix rank, salary and military responsibility. So it is a grading system which was introduced to fix military responsibility. Jat rank and Jat rank refers to salary of mansabdar. So it was a rank. The mansabdar was determined by numerical values called Jat. The higher the Jat, their precious was Mughal position. The noble position in court and the larger his salary. During the Akbar's reign, there were 29 mansabdars with a rank of 4,000 Jat. But Aurangzeb's reign, the number has increased to 79,000. So, requisition of mansabdars. So, requisition of mansabdars means what? Reappointing them from different groups. It was important for Mughals to cruciate mansabdars to diverse groups. So earlier mansabdars were only Thuranis and Iranis, but now they recruited mansabdars from Indian Muslims, Afghans and Rajputs and other groups of people. This was because the empire expanded to different regions. Jagirs perform both civil and military functions. So the mansabdars performed civil and military functions. They received the salaries as assignments of land called Jagir. The mansabdars had right to revenue of their assignments. So based on their work, if they complete the work in a given period of time, they used to receive the salaries. They collected through servants. Problems relating to Jagirs The system created later many problems. Earlier, during the reign of Akbar, the revenue collected from Jagir was roughly equal to the salaries of Mansabdars. So, whatever the revenue is collected, that is paid for salaries of Mansabdars. But by Aurangzeb's reign, revenue collected was less than the salary. Due to huge increase in the number of Mansabdars, there was a long way to get a Jagir. The increase in the number of Mansabdars created storage in the number of Jagirs. So Jagirs tried to collect as much as revenue possible. So the revenue collected was less than the salaries that has to be there for payment of Mansabdars. So this is a drawback in Mansabdari system. The Mansabdars number is increasing, but the payment of salaries were decreasing. They got Jagir as a source. The peasantry suffered very badly. The bureaucratic administration of Mughals in India was based on system called Mansabdari system. So today our government is a bureaucratic government. So Mughal government during the time of Mughals, it was a Mansabdari system. So today present day's government we can compare to the system of Mansabdari system, because Mansabdari system the recruitment was not hereditary. It is based on efficiency, capability and responsibility. If the person is incapable, inefficient, irresponsible, if he is not sincere, so he will not be selected as a Mansabdar. It is just like IAS officers of modern era were Mansabdars of Mughal period. This Mansabdari system includes civil work. It not only includes civil work but also military work. So Mansabdar, like in present day, what is the work of IAS? For collecting of taxes, okay, looking after welfare activities of the state, like educational aspects, irrigational aspects, all administrative aspects. In those days also, the work of the Mansabdars was not only in civil affairs but also in military affairs. So now we will come to know about who were Mansabdars in a detailed manner. So already you have studied this Mansabdari system was introduced by whom? By you or me? By Akbar, the famous person of Mughal administration. Okay. Mansabdars were officers in Mughal administration. So these Mansabdars were the officers in Mughal administration. This system was introduced by Akbar in 1575. That is in military administration of Mughals. These nobles were joined as Mughal services to enroll as Mansabdars. The number of Mansabdars refers to an individual who holds a Mansab rank They were appointed to all civil and military forces. They were liable to be transferred from one branch to another branch, that is from civil administration to military administration. They cannot remain at one place. Their job is transferable. They can be transferred from one place to another, and if they disobey the rules, they will be dismissed from their services. How are Mansabdars recruited? The recruitment was not hereditary. Like, what is meant by hereditary? After father, son. After son, again his son. So it is not like that. It is not hereditary. It is based on the efficiency, capability. If he is efficient to perform the duty only, he will be selected as Mansabdar. The Mansabdars recruited the Mughals, enrolled all forces of people into government jobs. A person wishing to join royal services has to petition through a noble who presented a tajweed to the emperor. So tajweed means what? Tajweed was a petition presented by a nobleman to emperor, and for recommending that an application to be recruited as Mansabdar. If the applicant was found suitable, the Mansabdar rank was granted to him. So if he is suitable only, he will be selected as tajweed means if the person is capable only, he will be selected as Mansabdar. Otherwise, he will be rejected. The higher the Mansab, two princes and Rajputs who captured the sovereignty of the emperor. Mansabdar means Jat or Savar. Already I told you there are two ranks in the Mansabdari system. The higher rank was Jat, then Savar. So Jat means it refers to salaries of the Mansabdars and administration of the Mansabdars. Savar means Savar refers to the cavalry of the Mansabdars. Initially, single number of presented ranks, salaries and size of contingent of the Mansabdars. However, later the rank of the Mansabdars came to be denoted by two number, Jat and Savar. Came to be denoted Jat and Savar. What does the term Mansabdar refers? The Mansabdar denotes rank. Rank means position of the Mughal Empire in military officers. The higher the Mansabdar, the higher the salary status. If the Mansabdar is holding higher rank, he will receive wages in a high position. The position of officers depends on the work he do. This will be done according to the administration and record maintenance. There were 66 grades of Mansabdars. Previously there were 66 grades in Mansabdari system. But in practice, there were only around 33 Mansabdars. Subdivisions of each should be Jat fixed the rank in the army. The salaries of Mansabdars was based on his Jat. The Savar refers to cavalryman. The man should maintain. Jat versus Savar. Jat denotes rank of administration. Already I told you what is meant by Jat. Jat means rank of administration or salary. Jat denotes salary of Mansabdar. Savar denotes number of cavalry men Mansabdar has to maintain. If the Savar rank higher, Mansabdar position in official hierarchy would not be affected. It will be decided by Jat rank. For example, a Mansabdar with 5000 Jat and 2000 Savar was higher in rank than a Mansabdar 4000 Jat and 3000 Savar. That means always Jat rank should be higher than the Savar rank. So now we will come to know about military responsibilities of Mansabdar. Now you have understood about introduction of Mansabdari system, how it came into existence, why Akbar thought of introducing this Mansabdari system, for what purpose, what are its advantages, why he has abolished Jagirdari system, and why he has introduced Mansabdari system. All these things now you came to know. Now we will come to know about military responsibilities of Mansabdars. Mansabdar required to maintain a specified number of cavalry men. He is required to maintain a specified number of cavalry men. He was required to maintain specified number of horses. He had to bring cavalry man, revive and get them registered. He should also get the horses branded. The hierarchy of Mansabdars. Amir, those Mansabdars whose rank was 1000 below are called as Amirs. Those Mansabdars whose rank was more than 1000 were called as Amir al-Kabir. Amir al-Kabir. So, salaries of the Mansabdars. So, based on the work done by them, the salaries were given to the Mansabdars. The salaries were paid to the Mansabdars either in cash or in kind. The salaries of the Mansabdars were in cash or in land. The Mansabdars were paid according to their ranks. The salaries were paid according to their ranks. They were paid good amount of money. They have good salary. Those mansabdars who paid in cash were called as Nagdi. Those mansabdars who paid land are called as Jagirdars. So these lands were not hereditary. The appointment of the mansabdars was not hereditary. It depends on their honor and dignity, not hereditary. So if the mansabdar dismisses from the job, the post, honor and dignity will be lapsed after his death or dismissal. The mansabdar returned to the state after his dismissal. So whatever the property he is holding, he has to return to the state. This mansabdari system was there even though it was introduced by Akbar. Prior to Akbar's reign only, this mansabdari system was there, but it was called with different name, that is Wazdar. So during the time of Babur's reign only, this system was there, but at that time it was called with a different name, that is Wazdar. That name got changed as Mansabdari system during the reign of Akbar, and many modifications have come into existence in this system during the reign of Akbar. The term Mansabdar maintained 1803. By the end of the Aurangzeb's reign, the number rose to 1499. So even though this system was very prominent, it has got good position, but it has some demerits. Along with the merits, it has got demerits. So fall of Mansabdari system. In Akbar's reign, the system worked perfect. The revenue collected by Mansabdars from his Jagir and transferred to the emperor was enough to pay assignments, salaries as well as Jagirs in the individuals. So whatever the revenue that was collected at the time of Akbar's reign in the initial period it is enough for payment of salaries. But as the days were going on, the revenue collected was less than the salaries they have to pay to the Mansabdars. So this created a problem. The revenues were roughly equal to salaries of Mansabdars. However, in the later stages, there was a shortage of Jagir. Also, the size of the Jagir started to shrink. In the Aurangzeb era, the revenue collected was Mansabdar for the government was not enough to pay salaries assigned to them. So this created problem and this resulted in default in Mansabdari system. So it started declining. So that's why it was a demerit in military administration of Mughals. So this is what about Mansabdari system. This is a very important question, expected question. You all study well, note down all the points. Okay, don't waste the time. Now we will see the slides for 2 minutes. So in the next class, you have to show your notes on Mansabdari system. Okay. Through WhatsApp, you send these notes to me. Whatever the topic I teach, you write answers for that particular chapter. So, take care, be well, catch you in next session. Until then, you are watching the slides? So, until then, meet you in next session. Until then, goodbye.